Last night was a good night for common sense thinking individuals like you and I, because at the Golden Globes, Ricky Gervais went complete savage on everyone. It was glorious to witness. It was a great night. It was a great night. And not only did Ricky Gervais go completely off on everyone, but Joaquin Phoenix also had some pretty unsparing words to say about awards ceremonies as well, and it was pretty great to see what he had to say as well. So we're going to be jumping into what Joaquin Phoenix had to say in this video now. So Joaquin Phoenix slams awards shows after winning Best Actor at Golden Globes. Joker actor Joaquin Phoenix slammed awards shows during his acceptance speech for Best Actor at the Golden Globes. Phoenix, a lifelong vegan, started his speech by thanking the Hollywood Foreign Press, who host the Golden Globes, for making their meals at the event plant-based. He said it really sends a powerful message. I can take or leave that, to be honest. But Phoenix would then have a message for his fellow Best Actor nominees. We all know there is no effing Best Actor. It's like this thing that is created to sell advertisements for the TV show. Which, honestly, he speaks some truth here. He really does. He would continue congratulating his fellow nominees. I can't believe the beautiful, mesmerizing, unique work you've all done this year. I know people say this, but I really do feel honored to be mentioned with you. Towards the end of the acceptance speech, Phoenix would also encourage his fellow actors in the Hollywood elite to do better when it comes to activism, specifically referring to the recent wildfires in Australia. It's really nice to see so many people have come up and sent their well wishes to Australia, but we have to do more than that. It's such a beautiful gesture, said Phoenix. He added, I have not always been a virtuous man. I'm learning so much, and so many of you in this room have given me multiple opportunities to get it right, and I'm deeply grateful. But I think together, hopefully, we can be unified and actually make some changes. It's great to vote, but sometimes we have to take the responsibility on ourselves and make changes and sacrifice in our own lives, and I hope that we can do that. He concluded saying, we don't have to take private jets to Palm Springs for the awards sometimes or back. Please, I will try to do better, and I hope you will too. So, you know, I appreciate what he's saying here, because I think that he really is speaking, again, kind of like Ricky Gervais did last night, to the hypocrisy of Hollywood. That Hollywood is all about virtue signaling, and that's pretty much the extent of what they're about. They don't really do much beyond doing whatever they can to benefit themselves, make themselves look good to the rest of the world. And that's what Hollywood is just completely obsessed with, is just continuing to pat themselves on the back. And I think that Joaquin Phoenix is taking a pretty humble approach here by saying, you know, virtue signaling is definitely one thing, but, you know, we have to take the extra step of actually, you know, practicing what we preach, and, you know, going out there and actually doing stuff to help the world. I mean, these are all super rich, elite people in Hollywood that are at these award ceremonies. You know, they have the money. Why aren't they actually doing anything to help things like, you know, Australia, with all the stuff that Australia is going through right now? Why aren't they doing anything like that? I mean, all they're doing is just getting up there and like, oh yeah, you know, thoughts and prayers go to Australia, and thank you for the award, by the way. Yeah, and then they just completely forget about Australia and everything else. And, you know, it's not just this, but we've seen so many examples time after time where Hollywood doesn't actually believe in the virtue signaling, identity politics, political nonsense that they believe in, that they say they believe in, I should say. Because, you know, we have, like, you know, the rise of, or no, it's the Force Awakens poster, I believe, that was sent to China that had, you know, John Boyega on it as Finn, but then the version of the poster that was sent to China, they took Finn off because, you know, China's kind of racist against black people. So, you know, we had that whole thing going down, and at the same time, while all of that was going on, Disney over here is like, oh, we are so inclusive of minorities, and we just want to try to help out the poor minorities. And meanwhile, their posters over in China, they're, you know, scratching off Finn off the poster. So they don't really believe this type of nonsense that they say that they do. And I appreciate the fact that Joaquin Phoenix called him out on this. I really do. So, following his win for Best Actor at the Golden Globes, Joaquin Phoenix would reveal he was tricked into addressing reporters backstage. He would go on to mock a reporter who asked him how he prepared for the role. And this is a pretty great exchange too. Isn't this old news? I've talked about this for 6 months, Phoenix questioned. Phoenix continued, I answered this question. You mean you want it again? You want a different version of it? Try to change it slightly? Or what should I do? Phoenix then answered the question, "It was a long process. I think the way I worked on this was quite erratic. I didn't attack it linearly. I think I was most curious about the medications he was taking and the side effects of those medications." Phoenix continued, "That led us towards realizing that we had to have this wild fluctuation of weight." Phoenix stated. He continued, "I read several books about political assassins that share similar personality types to what I ultimately defined Phoenix with. I'm not going to say what they are. I think those people have got enough attention, so I'd rather not mention them by name. The men that I studied that I based the character on." Phoenix concluded, "I feel like I already answered this question 6 months ago. Thanks for asking." So, I appreciate the fact that Joaquin Phoenix seems like he is really trying to, take a stand against the way that Hollywood has been doing things for so long. And it's not just Joaquin Phoenix. Obviously, it's Ricky Gervais, Todd Phillips, the director of Joker. And we're seeing more and more people in Hollywood actually standing up and speaking against the woke culture of Hollywood. 2019 was a pretty good year for that in general. I mean, we had all sorts of people that stood up to actually say what needed to be said. Ricky Gervais, of course, I think is probably the one that took that gave it the hardest hit, I would say, at this point. But at the same time, we're seeing more and more people actually, talking about this type of stuff, which is great, which is fantastic. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you think about what Joaquin Phoenix says here about the award ceremonies and his more humble approach to accepting his award and all that type of stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and I'll talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.